Are you serious? Are you serious? It just won't stop. It just won't stop. It's unbelievable. It's almost doomsday. Climate chaos breaking out all over the globe, and we can't seem to get out of it. Everybody calm down. Get a cup of coffee. Get a great start of the morning. And let's just pray for Texas. Pray for New Mexico. But really pray for Australia. It is insane. We have breaking news coming out of Australia. But first, let's put a shout out right now. For some of you, I can feel the pain. Well, it's time to ease the pain at www.relaxthepain.com. That's www.relaxthepain.com. You can get this NanoTech patch that helps relieve the pain in seconds. And it's 50% off right now if you go to www.relaxthepain.com. A new invention has come onto the market that is helping to relieve the pain using nanotechnology. Relax the Pain uses nanotechnology patches to help relieve the pain anywhere in your body within seconds. It's incredible, really. This isn't some product that's going to take decades until it's released. It's available right now and already has thousands of people very happy who are using it. I'd like to invite you to go right now to www.relaxthepain.com. That's www.relaxthepain.com. Well, they need to relax the pain down in Australia. It is out of control. But before we go down under, let's start in West Texas and talk about what's going on there, because it's crazy. The dust storm that has just raging through West Texas on into New Mexico. Lubbock, Texas at KXAN. A line says that a line of strong storms kicked up enormous amounts of dust in the eastern portions of New Mexico and West Texas yesterday afternoon. It was so much so that you could see it from the satellites above. What? Yes. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Yes, that's what they were singing in Kansas, but that's not where it was at. It was actually happening in Texas. This dust storm warning was issued by Lubbock, Texas, and the surrounding counties last night due to damaging high wind gusts of 60 to 70 mile an hour straight line winds, creating zero visibility due to the blowing dust. Oh, you needed a mask. And this time, not these kind of little masks, but I'm talking about a gas mask to survive the air filled with the dust particles. And we got the charged particles, and we got all of the stuff that's falling from the atmospheric debris, everything that's happening already to our planet. The last thing we need. But remember what Mike Around the World said? We would start having more and more of these dust storms. He said it is coming back. The dust bowls are coming back due to the atmospheric compression and the jet streams that are pushing down upon the planet. It's part of the climate chaos. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing this webinar, because, first of all, it's prophecy that the earth is going to moan, it's going to groan. There's going to be sand in your eyes, okay? And as the dust is going to blow, the straight line winds are going to get enormously stronger, almost hurricane strength. The one in West Texas and New Mexico yesterday. This thick dust created an orange hue over parts of the South Plains as the lofted particles blocked the sunshine in the late afternoon. It turned the sky orange. It turned the day into darkness. It came right out of the pages of the book of Joel. And we're watching these prophecies. And I want to say to anybody out there, the skeptics out there, listen, climate chaos is a biblical prophecy and an event that the scripture said would happen in the end times. And that we would see all kinds of plagues, pestilence, diseases, and smoke and plumes and fumes and all kinds of floods and all kinds of just wildfires. And this is going to be the year, guys, 2021. This is a prophetic year for chaos. And I want you to stay ready, stay alert. It's happening. And we're praying for everybody who experienced this yesterday down there in West Texas and in New Mexico, because it's happened before. And especially it's really prone to happen in Arizona. But this was different. This was 70 miles an hour. This was insane. This is why we want you to be ready. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Susan. Thank you all our moderators out there jumping in. Thank you so much for keeping us on track. And oh, by the way, get your tickets for Climate Chaos. It is going to be unbelievable. Also, I want to give you an alert warning right now. I hope to have an interview in the next day or two that will be on the app. It will be not just a 2-minute video. It will be an extensively long interview exclusively on some of the developments that's coming forward that has to do with Rhonda's dream that she received. And we've got now some information and some confirmation. So we're going to be bringing that forward. Watch for it. I'll tell you when it's ready in the next day or two, an exclusive interview. Now, not with her, but with someone else that's going to help us understand what it is we're seeing and what God's revealing. Now, while this is happening, we got to go down under, though, first to Australia. And they'll tell you how to get the app right there. Tara just posted it. Click right there on the app. Download the app. Make sure you get it. Be a subscriber. Here's what's happening in Australia. It's unbelievable, guys. We got breaking news down there. What? Swarms of snakes and spiders and rats and floods in New South Wales of biblical proportion. Record rains have led to unbelievable floodwaters of biblical proportion down in New South Wales. And also other parts of Australia is suffering. Of course, the dam that broke over there by Sydney, outside of Sydney. Windsor, Australia is underwater. They're rescuing with people with boats and rafts, and helicopters are being brought in. It's crazy what's happening. But then I don't like spiders and snakes, but I think it's what it takes to see the end. It's coming upon us. It's coming upon us. First, it was mice. We told you about the rat apocalypse on Sunday night. And now we're seeing a massive millions and millions of spiders and snakes. Australia is being overrun by millions and millions of rodents. The residents closer to the coast are getting hit also with massive heavy rains and flooding. And there's also a deluge of spiders and snakes that are swarming in different parts of Australia. It's breaking news down there. It's still raining. The floodwaters are still rising. The water is getting closer and closer to more people's homes, and the bugs and the bites and the mites and the spiders and the snakes and the rats. It's running all over the place now. And they're saying and it's weird because the trees are full of snakes. I mean, it's very unsettling. And the spiders are everywhere, and they're crawling into people's houses and crawling everywhere. And there's crickets, and it's just got insane. They say that it's just insane. I've seen some of the pictures that have been posted on Twitter, and on The Guardian has been covering some of this. But really down there in New South Wales, the real problem is the water. The water has brought life-threatening floodwaters to New South Wales, and it's washing out roads, washing out bridges, carrying away people's homes, inundating this really sad situation developing down there in Australia. So, it's our hearts and prayers going out. We've got so many wonderful members of this online church. So many of you who watch our YouTube videos and our live broadcasts and everything. And we just feel helpless in a lot of ways because the chaos, the carnage, the craziness, the conversion of all of these plagues, pestilences, diseases, the sea and the waves roaring. And then, of course, Iceland has been hit with that massive volcano. And even though that volcano is not going to kill a lot of people because it's just a river of glow and flow and smoke and ash and plumes and fumes. The plumes and fumes is the problem because the sulfur dioxide and these toxic fumes that are filling the skies over Iceland and really affecting our the carbon levels here in the world. So we're beginning to see it, and it's still March, and we've not even hit the tornado seasons yet. Although we've had tornadoes in the United States, we're about ready to see the tornado season really break loose in this country. And also there's the hurricanes and typhoons and cyclones. They're expecting them to be worse than ever. And the volcanoes that are erupting. I'm just saying we need to get an understanding now of what's about to take place in the world in these last days. We're truly seeing the end of days coming soon. And I think we try to tell people, give their life to Jesus Christ. You got to give your life to Jesus Christ. It's time to get saved. We're running out of time. We literally are. And don't miss climate chaos. Every year, we're breaking new records in hurricane intensity. In acres and acres of wildfires are burning. Floodwaters are sweeping through the valleys, and earthquakes and volcanoes erupting and breaking loose on a biblical scale. Our earth is in an unescapable downward trajectory that will soon not be comprehensible or even compatible for humanity. Steve Quayle is going to be one of our speakers. He'll bring groundbreaking information on weather modification and man-made disasters to our webinar, along with Gil Brizard, who will give us the most up-to-date information on Planet X. And there's Shepard Ambellis, the award-winning journalist from IntelliHub, who has white paper reports of a fast-approaching meteor field, which goes right along with what we've been hearing from Mike from around the world, with who's bringing a jaw-dropping information and visual presentation. Also, Mr. BB333, in his expert opinion, will help us understand the chaos and the carnage and the craziness of this catastrophic era. Pastor Begley, myself, I'm going to do my best to tie this together for you with biblical scriptures throughout the Bible, both in Old and New Testament. And Bart Begley's putting together a great film that's going to help visualize the reality of these last days. And other speakers will join us as well. This is going to be one of the best explanations of biblical ramifications of the end times. If you're not saved, I'm highly recommending that you give your life to Jesus Christ. If you are saved, be able to be available for this webinar and tell others. This is a great webinar to tell people who aren't saved but are concerned about and are just really like to see what's going on. Maybe they like the Discovery Channel, they like the History Channel, they like the Weather Channel, they like to know what's going on in the atmosphere. This is going to be from space to grace. We're going to cover it all. You don't want to miss it at Climate Chaos coming up April 23rd and 24th. Did I just say from space to grace? I think there's a scripture that says God gave us a space for grace, okay? But it just kind of worked. It worked well, didn't it? Kind of sound right. I think we're running out of time is what I'm trying to say. And I'll be back with more information. Prayers going out to everybody down under in Australia as you're going to need it because it's not looking better. The rain is still coming. And it's just we're running out there. Don't miss tonight. I tell you what, I got some great news for you. Tonight at 6 o'clock, Sister Heidi and I are going to be doing a Bible study. It's our Tuesday night Bible study starting at 6 p.m. tonight. Wow. It's going to be amazing information. These Tuesday night Bible studies are so revealing and so inspirational. And I think that, and of course, if you want to join us live with us on here, so it's going to be very, very interesting. God bless all of you. I love you guys. And I'll see you for sure tonight at 6 o'clock. Okay. If not sooner. Smiles, everybody. Smiles. Now I got to get the treatment.